Can you imagine a program where you are trained for 3 good months, free training, free accommodation, and you are even paid monthly for being trained? Well, what am I talking about? Enterprise for Youth in Agriculture. That's what I'm going to be talking about today. My name is Oluwalonimi Jacobs. You can call me Nimili Farmer because I'm a farmer. And today I'll be talking about the frequently asked questions about Enterprise for Youth in Agriculture, EYiA for short. So I'm an EYiA graduate of Cohort 6, and after my graduation, people have been asking, okay, what do we need to know coming to Enterprise for Youth in Agriculture? What are the things? What are this? What's that? So I decided to make this video to answer your frequently asked questions. And disclaimer, this is a video that is not sponsored, and it is also based on my own experiences. So if you get there and your experiences are different, there's no one to hold, but then I believe they will be helpful for you. Alright then, let's dive into it. So what is EYiA? Well, a friend of mine once asked, what's the difference between EYiA and SOILLESS Farm Lab? Those kind of questions, you get answer to them. So Enterprise for Youth in Agriculture is a program that trains 1,000 youths every quarter of the year on tech-enabled agriculture, where you learn about protected cultivation and also soilless farming. Yes, how to grow without soil. Alright, so EYiA is funded by MasterCard Foundation in partnership with SOILLESS Farm Lab, and SOILLESS Farm Lab are the ones who facilitate it. Okay, so it began in 2023, January 2023, and for every quarter, that's every 3 months, it has trained 1,000 students in this skill. So for the second frequently asked question, how can I apply for this training and how do I become a participant? Very good question. So for you to be a participant, you have to go to the website www.sfarmlab.com. Then on the website, you locate their training and apply for. You click on Work, Learn and Earn. So that's the training called EYiA. So then after your application, you fill the application form, submit, and ensure you submit, because if your application is successful, you get a message in your mail. Then if you are selected for the training, you would get a message to pack your bags and start coming. After the online registration and you've been selected, once you get to the farm at Awowo, yes, it's good I mentioned that. So the farm is located in Awowo, Ewekoro Local Government, Ogun State, Nigeria. Yeah, so it's in Ogun State, Ewekoro Local Government, Awowo. Yeah. So once you get to the farm, you're going to make registration, and it's from this registration that you will get this on-site registration that you get your group number, your ID card, and all of those things. You also have to open a bank account where your stipends will be paid into. Yeah, so I mentioned that you will be getting your group number and your ID card right after the on-site registration. So the essence of your group is this: every cohort trains 1,000 students and they fall into 20 groups, alright, from group 1 to 20. So as a group, you have a facilitator who is to train you in the things you'll be doing, and also you'll be giving corporate equipment like the tools you'll be working with on field. Then there are also some personal protective equipment that you would get as a participant. At the end of your training, you will be starting up a company as a group. So every group can contain a maximum of 50 partners. Alright, so that's basically it about the grouping. Now I'll be going into the daily activities. So you might want to ask, what does a typical day in the life of an EYiA participant look like? Well, for your daily activities, you have to be on the farm in the morning from around 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. in the afternoon. And also in the evening, you have lectures, right? So when I say lecture, you might be wondering, are we not going there to farm? What lectures again? Yes, actually you get theory and you also get practical. So what you learn in class, you practicalize on the farm. Okay, so in class, for instance, if you do construction materials, you are working with that on the farm, so it's like a balanced education. And other than that, you also have classes on areas of life that are important for your success. You have classes on financial management, etiquette, and other things like that. You also get classes on agribusiness, because EYiA is not just going to train you on the agriculture but the business aspect. Okay, so classes in the morning, lectures in the evening. There might be shifts and changes, but then that's basically how we worked during my cohort. And by the way, your farm work is from Mondays to Thursdays. On Friday, you have general classes, so but no farm work. So you might also be wondering, I've talked about free training, I've talked about free accommodation, and you will be paid. So you might be wondering, will I also be fed? Well, the answer is no. You cook yourself, or you buy meal from the mini market. Yes, there's a market where you can get all your essential commodities, the mini market on the farm. So that's about that. During my cohorts, good to know, during my cohorts we got meal tickets on Fridays, so it might change for this cohort, it might still be there, but we got meal tickets once weekly. Now, going on to accommodation. As an EYiA participant, you have a bed space to yourself. It's a bunk kind of system. So you have an upper bunk and a lower bunk. Don't worry, you are going to have a bunkie. In fact, you have neighbor bunkie. You have lots of people to interact with. Okay, so the hostels also contain the restroom and bathrooms, and then there is a kitchen for your cooking. So kitchen is outside the hostel. Nobody cooks inside the hostel, because that really makes sense, right? Yeah, so for your cooking, I would advise in terms of this that you come, so you don't need to come with your mattress. There is already a mattress there for you, but it's good you come with your cover cloth, bedspread. If you want, you can come with your pillows and come with your cooking materials. I can't overemphasize it: buckets, your cooking materials, and all of that, your pots, only if you want to be buying food. And then there are lots of vendors at the marketplace, so that's that. All right, now moving on to the environment. When I say the environment, I'm talking about things you expect, because guess what, you are going to be living on this farm for the next 3 months. During my cohort, we had a total of 10 days as a break. So if you had something important you had to do, you take a leave from the farm. So we had that opportunity. But then, for those traveling from a far distance, do you want to be going to Niger State because of just for 10 days? You can imagine. So you have to come very, very well prepared. And SOILLESS Farm Lab also believes in a holistic development. So they've set in place infrastructures that will help you enjoy your stay. Talking about the sports centers for those who love sports, so you can play your football, basketball, badminton, volleyball, and all of that. In fact, during my cohort there was sports competition, so you are not just going to farm and going to classes, you enjoy yourself too. Also, the farm has an health center where you can get treated if you have any health issues. There are also worship centers on the farm, so you don't have to go outside to look for those. There is also the mini market, like I mentioned earlier, so you can think about it, even if you want to buy dresses, you can buy them at the mini market. Talk about your food stuff, all essentials that you'll be needing, you would get them at the mini market. We have enough vendors there. So also going to the distance, that is very, very important thing. Disclaimer. At SOILLESS Farm Lab, you'll be working long distances on a daily basis. So I'm not saying this to scare you off, of course. There is work to be done and there is trekking to be trekked, if that's correct. But what I'm saying is this: you have to trek long distances. Imagine you are leaving your hostel to the farm and then coming back to the market. It's a whole lot of trekking. I think for my stay there, I walked over 6,000 steps or more on a daily basis. Yeah. So why am I saying this? Is so you can prepare your mind. Come along with your water bottle. You can come with your farm hat to protect yourself, because you'll also be working on this under the sun. Okay, so you can come with your farm hat and all of that to protect yourself from the harsh environment. A very important thing to remember about the environment is this: it's a farm city, like it's a bush, it's a village, but you get all the things you need. The greatest challenge is just that there's no network. Oh no. During my cohort, the network was really poor, really poor. Like you could stand at the point and you're like, hello. Well, that was from my cohort. There could have been improvements made on that when you are going there. But good news is, for your internet connection, there is something called ZMax Wi-Fi. So you get a cheaper data, and it's in your hostels and also your classes. And for electricity, because it's a farm city, don't think there's not going to be light. There is both NEPA light, there is generator, and there's also solar power. So you're almost getting light 24/7. Yeah. So that's basically about the environment. So you might be wondering, will I just be on a farm in a particular place and that's all? Or you might be having fears that will my social life go down the drain because I'm going for a training? Well, so Enterprise for youth in agriculture, it is right, it's for youths, and they have youths in mind. There has been events set in place for you to enjoy yourself, social events for you to enjoy yourself. So for instance, for me during my cohort, I was able to represent the cohort in a spelling bee competition and also in quiz competition, and there are other fun activities there. So don't worry, your social life is not going down the drain for going for the training. Yeah. So for this section, I know a lot of you have this in mind. I've said they will pay us, they will pay us, they will pay us. How much exactly are they paying us? We don't even pay the money. Well, for my cohort, we were paid 40,000 naira every month. So for the 3 months, like that was 120,000 naira, right? So, and about how early they pay, you get your payments right on spot. Okay, well, this is, I mentioned earlier that as soon as you get there, you're going to be opening an account at the on-site registration. So you could your payments could be into that account, or even if it is your own account you're dropping for them, you get paid, and you get paid on time. So yes, I mean, as soon as the month is getting to an end, you get your stipend in your account. So calm down, they keep to their word. The next thing I want to talk about is the networking opportunity at EYiA. You see, EYiA participants are from all over Nigeria. So you will be seeing people from the north, from the south, from the west and east. Do you understand? So you are going to relate with people. In your hostel, your bunkmate might be someone from 3 political zones away from yours. So you would relate with people. For instance, for me in my group, the Hausas and Igbos and Yorubas were well represented. And for me getting to the farm, I had to greet people in different languages. So that was a fun part. And then you also have to prepare your mind as you're going there. Of course, you get to meet people, you get to understand the differences in culture, how some people cook, and you learn a lot in the kitchen. It's just a fun thing. You also get to meet people who you have same interest in things, you work on projects, building connections. That's one thing that SOILLESS would offer you. Yeah. So, on to my last point. Would I be certified for this training? Yes, and yes. The ending of the training would be your graduation ceremony coupled with your certification. So after graduation, you get certified and ta-da! So I think that is going to be wrapping up my answers to the frequently asked questions about SOILLESS Farm Lab. But since you stayed this long, I'm going to be giving you a bonus tip. Alright, I said earlier that this program is being funded by Mastercard Foundation in partnership with SOILLESS Farm Lab. So, and the motto for SOILLESS Farm Lab is business, technology, and opportunity. And I'll just say a few things on that. In the terms of business, as you are going to SOILLESS, my advice to you is open your eyes, look for problems that you can solve, value to add, and you'll make some money. So you have about 1,000 people to sell to interact with on a daily basis for the next 3 months that you'll be spending there. Technology, this is the social media era. So engage your social media platforms, share what you are doing. You don't know which opportunity could come from there. And finally, on opportunity, for me, leaving SOILLESS, I didn't just leave with the certificate given by EYiA. I also left with a fish farming certification because it was a training I took on there. So there are so many things for you to learn. Baking, media team is there. You could work with the agronomy team, you could work with the inventory, you could also take fish farming trainings. There are lots and lots and lots of opportunities for you there. And this brings us to the end of this video. So I believe I've been able to answer some of the frequently asked questions about EYiA. And if you still have any questions in mind, please don't hesitate to drop them in the comment section. I will be more than willing to give you answers. Also, old EYiA partners, hello, if you have any contributions to make or you want to share your experiences, do well to do that. So if you found the video helpful, like the video, share it with your friends, and also do well to subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe to the channel. Alright, till the next time, I remain Mimi the Farmer, your happy farmer. Bye.